to pop out.
Hello, everyone, and welcome in. It's Aaron St. Dennis, the FF Mad Scientist, joined by Jesse Moeller at JMoeller05. How's it going, Jesse?
It's good. It was a glorious Christian McCaffrey, James Cook day for your boy, who those are my two highest roster dynasty running backs. So we are loving life at the moment. It was looking a little shaky, but overall, it's been a good day. So I cannot complain. How about you?
What a chaotic weekend. I don't know. I have some leagues where I'm like, oh, this guy sucked, this guy sucked, this guy sucked, but I'm picked to win by 60 points, and it's like, this league doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Week 15 was chaos.
Yeah.
That Keaton Mitchell injury last night was gruesome. Let me tell you that.
That was rough. His knees going the exact opposite way. It was
Yeah,
supposed to.
I'm
I
like,
was like,
oh,
oh
that's
no.
he's done for the year. No shit, he's done for
Maybe
the year.
career.
Yeah.
It's a significant. I saw the still shot and I was like, well, I want to vomit. No, thank you.
Oh.
That running
All
back
right.
position for them is cursed.
We won't waste too much time. We'll get right into it. We're going to do the Week 15 game recaps here. I'm going to get us started with the Saturday games, which seem like they took place like months ago.
For real.
Excuse me. We will start with Vikings Bengals, and probably the only good game on Saturday. Go figure. 27-24 Bengals, who go to 8-6. Vikings 7-7. So decent quarterback starts here from what looks like QB2s moving forward. Jake Browning goes 324 with 2 touchdowns and an interception. Nick Mullins, 303 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, both in the low 20s. Ty Chandler was awesome, 132 yards and a touchdown. Nobody else did anything out of the running backs on Minnesota. Joe Mixon, 10 carries, 47 yards, saved the day with a touchdown, 3 catches for 14 yards. Chase Brown had 7 carries for 23 yards and 3 for 28, but he did not have the long touchdown this weekend. So he didn't kill you, but he didn't help you. The receivers, Jordan Addison had himself a day, 6 for 111 and 2 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson had 7 for 84. On the other side, we have T. Higgins goes 4 for 61 and 2 touchdowns. Chase goes 4 for 64. And Tyler Boyd goes 2 for 53. Not much of note among the other receivers. Both tight ends were good, not necessarily great. I guess Hawkinson was pretty solid. 6 for 63. Tanner Hudson goes 5 for 49, proving that I guess he should be considered a more reliable streaming tight end here. What has he moved up to here? Tight end 27, which isn't bad considering he didn't touch the field basically until week 9. So that's not terrible. He's not someone I'd look to start, but desperate times. Both kickers were, average. McPherson was okay, 2 for 2 on field goals, 3 for 3 extra points. Greg Joseph was not good, but you didn't start him. 1 for 1 on field goals, 3 for 3 on extra points. Defenses were both startable. Vikings had 1 interception, 5 sacks, and a forced fumble. Bengals had 2 picks, 3 sacks, and a 4th down stop. What stands out most to you in this one?
It was a night and day experience. And watching the first half compared to the second half, oh boy, did Jake Browning come alive. And I was clouding Jake Browning because it was his first game, but he's very much in that Gardner Minshew of backup quarterback role where they can come in, they can step in, and they can give you a few games. And you saw it, and you even saw the video on the sideline where he's like, "Don't you fucking cut me," right? Where he was very motivated in this game, even though he's been cut by 14. But for some reason, he held against the Vikings and really turned it on in the second half where he looked awesome. The offense looks really good with him. I can't really complain. It does suck for Chase and Higgins. They know they're not living at the same level they were with Burrow. But Higgins finally popped off, lived alive. Chase Brown looked good, Mixon looks usable. So for both of these offenses with backup quarterbacks, they're very much usable, which is nice to see because when you get a backup quarterback, you don't know how it's going to go. So overall, I was happy with this game. I was very worried at halftime because it looked awful, and then the second half they flipped the switch and it looked way better. You saw Chandler, he was by far the best asset in this entire game.
This is
and
the
Chase
one
hasn't hit his team.
Yeah, Chase. So he hurt his AC joint. I don't think he plays next week, which would make T. Higgins a must-start wide receiver too. I think that's largely the reason why Higgins was good. It's probably the most targets he's had in a while. So
they had Chase up in the
Higgins,
sling right away.
I think Higgins is top 15 next week, assuming Chase is out. If Chase isn't out, I think they're both wide receiver 2s. Higgins is a low-end one. That kind of scares me. Addison, Jefferson, this one scares me. I don't really know what to do. I don't think Addison's this good. I think Jefferson's a little better than this. I think these are 4 scary receivers here because I don't really know what to do. Obviously, Jefferson and Chase are the best of the 4, but like the quarterback situations, the injury situations, I think I'm likely to just lump all 4 of them into the wide receiver 2 category, and just hope if you have to start any, they hit their upside. But they seem to have really high upside, all 4 of them, but none of them have a floor left anymore.
Yeah,
Ty
we
Chandler,
saw.
go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say we saw on Addison's like crossing route touchdown. There was 3 defenders that went with Jefferson. Like that's how impactful he is in that offense. So it makes Addison usable where he can open up the field a little bit. So it's nice for Jefferson at least. But yeah, overall, like I agree with you.
I think Ty Chandler is a must start for as long as Madison is out. Joe Mixon is a must start in the sense that he's just getting too much volume in a halfway decent offense. So I think you got to keep starting these guys probably as high end running back 2s. Tight end, Hawkinson's obviously a top 5. We said earlier Hudson's a streamer. And the 2 quarterbacks, I think, are QB2s. Anything you need to add there before we move on? Or
Yeah, Ty Chandler's bell cow. So as long as Madison's not playing, like you very much want Ty Chandler in your lineups. Like he basically ran all of the running back routes. Well, he wasn't on the field a ton for that, but like overall his usage was very, very good. And he was actually good, which is something they haven't had the entire season at running back. So I would expect him to be a big focal point in the final weeks of the season.
What's the deal with Ty Chandler's stats? Oh, there we go. Yeah, he's much better without Madison. Who would have thought?